Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Trader Tim from E-mini Mind, bringing you a trade recap video for the week. Today is June 23rd, Thursday, 2016. There's been a lot going on with all of the Brexit voting and polls and news coverage and everything else that's going on with it. And subsequently, it's been a pretty quiet week. On Tuesday's live trading session, we experienced an inside day, and we really were talking about that right from the open because of the fact that the ranges were super tight, and we kind of stuck right within the first 30-minute range all morning, really, until the lunchtime session where we had a little bit of a breakout. But you can see here 2 inside days, and then today we've had the breakout day, kind of a little bull flag here, which we talked about on Tuesday. And, you know, the third test now of the 20-36-25s, taking us up to 21 37s, so roughly 100 points, and that's our target. We're looking to break highs possibly next week and move up to that 21.37. So what I thought I'd do now is talk about some trade setups that we had this week. There wasn't a ton of good opportunities, and I'll start back with Monday and work our way through the week. Monday we had kind of an interesting gap up where we gapped and we moved a little bit higher, but then we just kind of pittered out. And typically when we have these big gap days, what I like to do is if it's a gap up, put a buy stop above highs, and this is just a 5-minute chart to get me into the trade and then trail lows on the way up. Today, or Monday rather, we didn't have much going on in terms of follow through. We had a big gap, and then we pulled back to the 50%, moved up a little bit more, and then just pittered off for the rest of the day. Tuesday, the live trading session, which you can find at eminimind.com/VIP. We were pretty much nasty chop sideways, sit on hands day all morning, and the first 30 minutes pretty much encompassed this entire range, and the bulk of the day we were just sitting right around that 2078 level, and we drifted a little bit higher in the afternoon and then right back down to it. So Tuesday was a pretty quiet day, nothing really to do there. On Wednesday, we opened up and started to have another quiet day, and yes, it was an inside day, but we did have a little bit of trending in the morning, and it looked like it might turn into sort of a uptrending day. We didn't pull back to a 50%, but we had this nice little double top, and when we get this formation, after we had the first high and the second high forming the double top, and then this big body candle that sold off so hard right through that swing low was a great indication that there was selling pressure to take us. We came right back basically to where we were sitting at the open. So when we have this double top pattern, we break a swing low. I like to draw from highs to lows and take a 50% retracement setup there, and that setup at 87.50s took us down really for the rest of the morning into the lunchtime session. We had a nice setup, nice 50% retracement setup kind of right at the end of the morning session there on Wednesday. And then today we had a gap up scenario, and just like I was talking about Monday, what I like to do is put a buy stop above highs to get into a long setup right off the open when we gap up like this. Well, today we did not continue right from the open, so the order was not placed. Nothing wrong with that. It's just the trade did not end up filling and getting us in off the open. We ended up kind of drifting a little bit lower and then moving sideways through the morning. And then we had a couple opportunities if you wanted to draw 50% retracement kind of the middle of the day. But for the most part, it was another kind of gap and flop or gap and crap day where we moved sideways. And then just at the end of the day here, we've drifted higher. So a pretty quiet week. There's a lot of news and things like that out there. So continue to be cautious. But as we come up to highs, especially as we come up and break this swing high back here, and then if we can break the highs of a couple weeks ago, up at 1975s, then I look for us to move up to that 2137 level. One interesting thing to note is if we look at the volatility index, and if we look at a relative relationship of 50% retracement, the VIX has pulled back to the 61.8, and then it moved higher, and then today with the breakout we've broken down, but we haven't broken below the swing low. If we look at the S&P, if we were to take highs to lows, we have clearly broken through the 61.8, and we are, almost up to, broke the 61.8, broke the swing high, and almost to breaking all-time highs. And so on the VIX, what I would want to see is a big contraction taking us down below the swing low and putting us back down into maybe the 15, 16 range, or even down into the 14 range. I would want that to coincide with an approach to breaking highs. So if we just gap up above highs, let's say, and the volatility index doesn't break down below a swing low, then I would look for that to be a fade. Especially if we get up close to highs and then we gap on the open, I would look for the market to then sell off back into this range. If we can continue to grind higher, especially on, with some of this European news, those could be very strong catalysts for kicking the market in one direction or another. So if we can gain some strength and move higher and see the VIX decline at the same time, then that would be a move that I want to continue to get long of. So that's kind of what we're looking at this week, what I'm looking at in the coming week. I hope you all have a great Friday. Again, totally okay to take the day off or trade just the morning session. It's been a pretty quiet, cautious week, so we should have some more good trading opportunities next week. And again, if you want to get join the live trading room on Tuesday mornings, you can do that at emoneymind.com/VIP. Thanks, everyone. If you have questions, shoot me an email, tim@emoneymind.com. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.